Hi everybody, just wanting to talk today about the transition that we are continually going through this awakening consciousness and what that journey means for me and those that I continue to share space with and work with. So this space of where I deliver here at my centre in North Devon and where I work has changed quite dramatically over these past 2 years, and I had taken a step back really, and I think it's important for us all to know that whilst we're trying to work in our authentic roles and work full-time in our holistic and spiritual following our passion, there can also become a time where that too can bring you, for want of a better word, maybe a spiritual burnout, or maybe a time where you have to shift and recognize how to move forward. So I would say that a few years ago that definitely happened for me, and that was at a time I was teaching lots of different modalities. I was teaching many to take their journey through Reiki and spiritual healing, crystal healing, so many different things that I would be teaching through workshops and retreats, and I was offering 2 to 3 retreats probably overseas as well. So all of these things sound lovely, and they are exceptionally privileged thing to do. However, there became a point also of where we move forward, where we can see always thinking outside the box of where the energy is taking us. That's what new vibration. So whilst delivering all this, not just through the physical demands that has on you to travel throughout the UK endlessly and overseas, to deliver yourself authentically, you must make sure that you look after yourself in between that as well. And with that, I was aware of the calling for me to deliver some of my work online, and that isn't because of the hype of everybody, of everything that's happening online at the moment necessarily, but the people that I was working with, because I was throughout the country in the UK, and because I were meeting many souls overseas, to follow that through for people to want to continue to work with me physically wasn't possible all the time. So, you know, I've been many people that had traveled from overseas to here to work with me, nationally to come through, to travel within the UK, but actually to deliver and hold space online is something that you can do also authentically. And I have for over 2 years now built a teaching sacred space online that has incredible, not just software and a small team of us working on this, but it's also to be able to deliver and hold space, like I say, at that authentic point. So whilst that enables me now to still teach, to deliver what I need to deliver, it allows accessibility for all of those that want to gather. So my transition to talk to you about was that for some of you, I was no longer available maybe on my regular monthly sessions that I would offer in my centres, and I realised that space changed. I know my social media spaces changed because I was no longer in just one physical presence, but able to reach you and to work with you on a much different level. Alongside that, I think it's important to be authentic, to say that I think the saying is life throwing lemons. I had an exceptional difficult time on my own spiritual awakening, whereby going through the physical earthly things that we have to go through, the continued lessons that the universe throws at us, and back also during that time and maybe just slightly before that, I went through what we would say everything again at one point of renewing myself, continually looking after my energy, my direction, where I would be going, and also coming across many lessons of things that involved some kind of corruption, breakdown in relationship, and you know, where we choose our path and those that we meet and those that we work with, all of those things have to continue to bring us lessons. So you're trying to do so with love, to reach out and to move forward. As a healer, light worker, intuitive, for all of you that I work with on that path, I understand it. I've been through many of the things that you've been through, and I'm aware that I go through things a good 6 months to 2 years before I can openly share that journey to maybe help, assist and hold space, because it's then no longer about what I've been through. It's about being even more receptive to holding the space for those that come to me. All of the work that I do in that period, I cut down being available at most of the events I was at, and I literally worked with my online group. I worked with those that I had previously taught and have always been open and available as a mentor for whenever that's needed. That's never changed, and it won't change, just maybe some of the physical groups. And I was able to work on my other teaching and courses. And then I have been still delivering and renewing and bringing teacher training for meditation. You know, all of these things that are helping people as practitioners, healers, teachers to move into their authentic role. So whilst I have continued to do all of that, I have done less. I've been more concentrated on the smaller groups that I've worked with, and also the larger groups I've been reaching online as well. So that is the sign of the energy, the times, the new vibration, how we're moving forward. And many of yourselves will probably find yourself in the same transition now, wanting to reach more people, reach online, maybe take care of yourself. Maybe you're going through some of those renewals. Maybe you're coming across situations as I had, where those that were wanting to work with you, or in your personal life maybe not have been so authentic and brought lessons. It's another level of waking up to remain in the eye of the calm of the storm, to keep going. And every level of where I hold space for people is not to necessarily achieve something, but it's to take you on that self-discovery. And whether that's through the Awaken and Healing program, whether that's through learning the core elements of meditation, you can then discover where that takes you. Many teachers and people that I've been working with in this last year are coming through to go on to work and make a difference in their communities, schools, mainstream, personal transformation. And you know, there's many people coming to me now that would also like to hold their own space as you know, group spiritual teachings, that kind of thing. So I look now to aim to help those people that want to do that, want to move forward authentically. And I also took a break, as you'll know, from delivering retreats last year. I gave full 100% concentration into the event and Awakened, the holistic healing event, but didn't do any of my retreats. So for 2020, I'm pleased to say I've been working hard in the background on delivering my UK retreat, which I've not been able to do for 4 or 5 years, and I've been asked to do that by many people, and it's to deliver that the 16th, 17th and 18th of May in North Devon at beautiful venue. And I am now pleased to say today that I am definitely going to be able to deliver my Greek retreat that I've not done for a few years in a beautiful tiny little Greek island, and it's still very much untouched. The raw wild sage is growing as we go out on our walks. They still use the herbs for medicine. The restaurants are just typically Greek. Some can have a menu, some don't, and it's such a lovely experience. So I'm reaching back into those kind of things that I want to deliver and bring to you. I'm not returning to India in the immediate future. I will, however, do that shortly and continue to do my teachings, but not right now. So just you have to wait for a little bit if that's what you're wanting to come and do. As I say, come and join me, and I look forward to the next part of this journey, this renewal that I'm having, you're having. We're moving forward into the energy of 2020, and between now and 2025, it's absolutely profound, holding space for us to make this journey and get stronger together collectively. And I'm pleased to have a small team to work with on that journey now. Namaste.